Hi, beloveds. This is Tamala, your empowerment partner, professor, and psychic. And today is January 8th, 2021. Yay! And we are still in the midst of choice because that's what 2021 is. And our choices are being required to be made out loud. So, a lot of things that are going to be coming up in relationships and partnerships and businesses and communities, in politics, in social structures, they're going to require us to be making choices out loud. So, I want to make sure that you can hear me. So, I'm assuming that you can. And I'm going to be answering some questions today at the end when we get to them. So anytime that you have any questions on any videos, go ahead and put them in the comments, because what I do at the end of these Fierce Fridays is I answer those questions. Okay. So today, again, this is a Fierce Friday, and these are conversations that need to be had. They may not be things that you want to talk about, but they're things that have to be said. And so, first, let's go ahead and welcome you into your empowerment place so that we can get started. All right, again, welcome to your empowerment place. My name is Tamala. Yep, okay. And you can reach me at yourempowermentplace.com. Sorry, there's things moving on my screen and it distracted me. So my name is Tamala. I'm your empowerment partner, professor, and psychic. And I'm really happy that you're here. So duality, that's what is happening right now in really big, loud, enthusiastic, traumatic, dramatic ways. Okay, duality, that's all this is. And everything that happened in Washington this week with the insurrection has been coming for years. And I've channeled on this multiple times since 2016. And it's not finished. It's not over by any stretch of the imagination. So if you are, doesn't matter what side you're on, it's important for you to understand that your choices have severe consequences in 2021. And when I say severe, I mean fierce, life-altering consequences. Okay? As an example, if you're in alignment with insurrection, with chaos, with lies, with falsehoods, with trauma or drama, okay, it doesn't matter, any of those or all of those, then your fierce consequence is going to look like trauma and drama, insurrection in your own families, in your own households, in your own self, in your own beliefs, in your own physical body, in your mental body, your emotional body, all of that. Okay. And if you're doing things that are illegal, justice is also going to be served this year. That's part of the consequence of choice. And so, the folks that were breaking the law yesterday, that literally, and then earlier this week, that literally broke the law, are going to be prosecuted. And the people who failed to do their jobs are also going to see justice. And the people who instigated treasonous activities, that's the word that's coming, they're also going to see some justice. Now, it may not be the level of justice some people want, but it's going to be the justice that is able to be meted out or given at this time. Okay, 2021 is about choice and the consequences of those choices out loud. Okay, so things that are happening right now, arrests are being made, more arrests are going to be made, and it's important to understand that that insurrection is not over. It will get worse. Okay, Make peace with that. It's going to get worse. And if you are in alignment with integrity, with truth, with justice, with fair play, with accountability, personal responsibility, then that's what you're going to see show up in your experience. Opportunities for you to be integrous, to be in alignment, to be honorable, to walk your talk, okay, to do those things, to be just. And so you need to understand that if you're in a life where there's chaos, where are you creating chaos? Because it's just the consequence of your own choices. Okay. So whatever's being reflected for you in your personal life is going to be very clear this year. So if you're seeing a lot of alignment, a lot of integrity, the people around you are integrous, then know that that also is a reflection of your choice and your consequences this year. Now, I want to add the insurrection thing that's happening, again, is still budding. It's not in full bloom yet. It's still budding. Okay. They are also going to turn on people that they thought were supporting them, honoring them, respecting them, leading them. Okay. And when I say them, I'm talking about people who have been deceived into believing that the election was a lie, because that was a deception. And it is by the people who did it on purpose, who knew better, who made a choice to lie to people, to create an opportunity for chaos and instability. Okay? Because remember, everybody on the planet right now is either for the evolution to 5D, which is unity consciousness, Christ consciousness, or they're against the evolution to 5D and unity consciousness, which is going to be separation. It's going to be one up, one down. It's going to be white supremacy. It's going to be lack of integrity. It's going to be an inability to mete out justice and to be just. Okay, like for instance, not preparing properly for what they knew was happening, right? We all knew that this thing was going to be happening, so why weren't they prepared, right? It makes no sense. That will be dealt with, discussed, evaluated. It may take up to 18 months for all of this stuff to be addressed. That's okay. Okay, it's okay. Justice will prevail. At least every person involved will receive some form of justice because it's their own consequence. Okay? Even the people who were trying to be integrous, who are trying to be just, are also going to get their own consequence. Okay? They're going to get their own result, their own karma, right? Karma's neutral. Doesn't matter, doesn't judge. It doesn't say, oh, I'm only going to give bad karma. Oh, I'm only going to give good karma. Karma is just the results of your choices. In 2021, we get to see karma. Okay? Now, again, it's not going to look like the way you may think it's going to look like. That's okay. It's going to look like the way it needs to look like and the way that it can look like right now. Okay? I've got my selenite here because I tend to hold that when I'm channeling anymore. It's a big thing right now to be as clear and be as grounded as we possibly can, because not only is the shit hitting the fan, but the fan is hitting the shit. Okay, this is not a year of, oh, we get to be singing kumbaya, or we get to be fooling ourselves and continue to be delusional and hide and pretend like stuff isn't real. This is the year of being accountable, being responsible, and getting our consequences. So, what are you going to choose this year? Are you going to choose to align with? And here's the thing, I'm not telling you what to choose. I'm just telling you what your consequences are going to be, depending on which thing you're choosing. Okay? You're here on purpose. You are here to do your thing. If you have chosen to be for the evolution, then I'm going to be part of your success team. I'm going to help you with that. If you're choosing to be against the evolution, I am going to be calling that out and giving you the opportunity to make a different choice, but I will not tolerate your bullshit. Okay? You will be asked to leave the community. And if you don't leave, you will be blocked, because this is not a place for nonsense. This is not a place for lies. This is a place for integrity and truth. And if you can't align with that, you can't be here. That's just the way it is. So, gosh, it feels like something else wants to be said. So hold on just a minute. Let me tap in. All right, duality. The duality of what happened with the Black Lives Matter protest and all the National Guard and the beating people with batons and arresting people and hurting people and doing all of these really terrible things versus a skeleton crew of police that were available for a riot that was happening. Okay. So the idea and the opportunity for us to really truly lead in 2021 is not a fallacy. And being able to identify when duality is existing, when there are instances of duality, are so important for us right now, because it gives us the opportunity to make a new choice in awareness and clarity, right? I see where this is duality. I see where there is two sides. And I see that there's not a third side. 2021 is not about being neutral. Okay, there is no neutrality anymore. You have to pick a side, and then you have to act, speak, think, do, feel in alignment with the side you've chosen. Now, can you change sides? Absolutely, anytime. You have free will. You can change sides at any time. You can be for it and then suddenly change your mind and be against it. And then be against it and suddenly change your mind and be for it again. Okay? You can be either one. But I'm telling you, whichever one you choose, be integrous with it. If you're integrous with being for the evolution of the planet, unity consciousness, moving forward, clearing out the bullshit, coming into alignment with your highest purpose and soul purpose, which is always about truth. Okay? Or are you against the evolution and you're fostering disinformation, falsehoods, lies, chaos, pain, hate, and so forth? Okay? All of that is against the evolution to 5D. Know that. Okay? Not playing here. That is capital T divine truth. All of that is against unity consciousness. So if you are for that, or you are for the people who are interacting with that, then you are part of the group that is against the evolution to 5D and unity consciousness. Even if you call yourself a light worker, it doesn't matter. Your actions, your thoughts, your emotions, and your words are what are creating the reality of what is happening. Okay? And if any of them are misaligned, if you're saying, oh, I'm a light worker and I'm bringing light into the world and I want to create a 5D and unity consciousness and it's all about love, but you're supporting people who are perpetuating hate, you're fooling yourself. You are chaos, because those two things cannot exist in the same space. So that means the strongest paradigm wins. One of my mentors used to say that all the time, and it was really so true. The strongest paradigm wins. If you are able to support the darkness, if you are able to support hate and negativity and lies and hurt and pain of other people, suffering of other people, if you can tolerate that, you are not part of the light. Do I need to say that again? You are not part of the light that is bringing in unity consciousness. Okay? Those two things cannot exist in the same experience. No matter how much you try to delude yourself, no matter how much you try to, we're just going to sing Kumbaya and we're going to be at peace and we're going to love everybody. That is not 2021. Okay? Kumbaya is over. The reason we're having 2021 is because everybody was singing Kumbaya and not doing this deep, personal, mental, emotional, verbal, physical, spiritual, financial work. Okay? That's why we're here, is because we haven't done this already. And so now we're having to do it. We don't have a choice. Our only choice is to do it and then choose, are we for the evolution to 5D or are we against it? Okay? Same thing, the duality with the COVID virus. People believe it and they don't believe it. The duality about wearing a mask and not wearing a mask. Okay? Here's the thing. You're choosing a side. And the resonance of what you're choosing is determining, are you for the evolution or are you against the evolution? If you are choosing, I'm not going to wear a mask because I'm not going to have anybody tell me what to do. Okay? That's rebellion. That is not of the light. That's not unity. That's rebellion. That's a lower vibration. Okay? Understand that. It is a lower, heavier vibration. It is not unity consciousness, and it is not going to get you to 5D. You cannot get to 5D from a rebellion resonance. You got to change that resonance. Okay? You got to bring it into something higher. Okay? I'm not going to wear a mask because I am responsible for me and everybody else needs to be responsible for themselves. I applaud you being responsible for you. But you also have to understand unity consciousness, 5D, unity consciousness is about caring about other people too. Okay? If you can't care about other people too and do something simple to show, it's not a sacrifice. Okay? It's not a sacrifice. It is not. There are real sacrifices that people make. This is not a sacrifice to wear a mask. And if you cannot move yourself to love another person enough to wear a mask when you're around them, you are not ready for 5D consciousness. You're not. You cannot get there from here. Hear that. You cannot get there from here. So you're lying to yourself. Okay? Now, can you not wear a mask and be aligned with 5D? I don't know. I haven't met anyone yet who is, because their resonance is not aligned with unity consciousness. Okay? So and this is, again, I'm not telling you what to think, what to believe. I'm not telling you that you're wrong. I'm telling you to search your own integrity, because that's what 2021 is about. Search your own integrity and say, why am I doing this? What is the root of this? Am I afraid of something? Am I afraid of listening to somebody else? Am I afraid that somebody else is going to have power over me? Am I afraid that somebody's going to take away my voice? Okay, that's not unity consciousness. That's fear. That's the darkness. Okay? So we don't get to fool ourselves anymore. This is about choice. So, the questions for this weekend, things for you to ponder are, why am I doing what I'm doing? What's the resonance of it? What is the root of it? And then you'll be able to go from there. And you'll be able to see, am I feeding the light or am I feeding the darkness? Am I feeding and moving towards unity consciousness and 5D? Or am I feeding and moving toward chaos and separation and delusion and confusion? And you're going to have different experiences in different aspects of your life. Maybe in your relationships, you're moving towards 5D. But maybe around this COVID thing, maybe that resonance, there's fear in there. Okay? Same thing about people who are Deathly afraid of the virus. Now, here's something I want to clear up. Okay, there's a difference between being fearful and being discerning. Okay, discernment is required for 5D. You have to be discerning. You have to have boundaries and parameters. You have to know what is acceptable for you to keep you in energetic integrity. Okay, and fear is not 5D. Fear doesn't belong over here. Fear's over here, right? In this lower vibration. And so you really want to evaluate if you are wearing a mask, if you are staying quarantined, if you are doing all the things right. Make sure that you're doing them because you have discernment that it's in alignment and integrous for you. Okay? Don't do it out of fear, because fear is not the vibration that you want to be moving in 2021. Okay? So hopefully that has cleared that up. All right, so I'm going to move on to the questions that we have right now. So Journey Within posted these questions, and they said, please, can you elaborate on what soul vibration is? These are some questions. The questions that were asked were about in relation to some previous videos that were posted. Okay, so our soul vibration is a rate that our soul is vibrating at that gives us an indication of what dimension we're able to get our information from. Okay, are we able to only get it from the fourth dimension, which means we can't separate ourselves from our thoughts and emotions? If somebody tells us we're wrong in something we think, we can't separate that from who we are, so we get unreasonable and we feel attacked. Okay, fourth dimensional. Okay, fifth dimensional is somebody says something against what we believe, and then we have a conversation with them and we think about it and we go inside and we contemplate it and we say, okay, is this true? Is this not true? Where is this true? Where is this not true? How can I make changes to tweak this so that it can be more aligned with where I want it to be? Okay, that's a fifth dimensional vibration. And there's gradients to that, okay, from just beginning to mastery. Okay, so that's really, in a nutshell, what our soul vibration rate is. Next question. In one of your videos, the lady mentioned that her vibration increased as a result of the clearing. Yes, that happens when we clear out our present life and past life blocks and restrictions through the Akashic record work. It does raise our vibration rate because our choices can weigh down, hold down our vibration rate because we're still dragging around that old baggage, right? And maybe we made fourth dimensional choices, right? So when we clear that out, then it's not weighing us down anymore. So our vibration rate can actually raise up so that we have access to more light, to more integrity, to more alignment with who we are at soul level, to our soul purpose, to discernment, to making quality choices, and all that good stuff. Okay. Sometimes we're making these heavy, dark, unintegrous, misaligned choices because we have blocks and restrictions we created either in this life or in previous lives. Okay, that's how it works. Okay. Also, what are white lights and blue lights in the Akashic Records? This is part of the specific modality that I teach right now and that I'm a practitioner of. And so if you have a reading, this is something that we talk about in the session, so I'm not going to share that here because it is part of the value that you receive from the sessions. Okay. I know our higher self hires our inner circle of spirit guides. Yes. Does this apply to the outer circle guides as well? Thank you so much. Yes, it does. And the outer circle are higher dimensional spirit guides. And they are, the district managers. And you can watch a previous video that I did about the different types of spirit guides that we have. And I'm looking at my channel over there as to how you have different types of spirit guide teams. So that's the video that I talk about that. And we do agree to those. Now, these are in addition to our medical guide team, our business guide team, our financial and abundance guide team, our ancestors and our past loved ones and pets, right? These are all in addition to these. Those are all in agreement too, but they may not be in agreement before you incarnated, right? Because some of them come into us at will when we need them or when we call them in. Okay. So if your grandmother, who was your grandmother in this life, was already in a body, when you came in, you may not have agreed to have her, when she passed, be one of your guides or helpers. But when she died, you may have made that agreement, right? So it can be a little complicated and a little confusing. The guides that I'm teaching on this month are the ones that made a plan, that are here to help specifically for this lifetime. Okay. The other guides can come and go at different times. The outer circle is also, the district managers are also ones that agreed prior. And the others kind of come and go as needed. Okay. We don't always need our business guides. Okay. And unfortunately, the majority of us don't have our medical guide teams connected to us at all. We don't know about them. We're not connected to them when we come in. And it usually doesn't happen until we're in some kind of distress and somebody who knows about them or prays about it can activate that connection for the person, or the person themselves get in that dangerous situation and then they can activate it for themselves. Okay. I really want us to start learning more about the etheric help that we have, the non-corporeal help that we have, so that we can start turning all this stuff on for our children when they come in, when they're born, or children, grandchildren, and so forth, so that they don't have to go through all the nonsense we've had to go through. Okay. Oh, another thing in 2021, hydrate. Remember to hydrate. Sorry, that's a gallon of water. It's heavy. All right. Okay, that seems like all of those questions, excuse me. That seems like all of the questions there that are answered. So again, on these Fierce Fridays, we're going to talk about things that need to be talked about that may or may not be comfortable, and that's okay. Okay, I'm not here to be comfortable. I'm here to be a catalyst of change, to help you think about the things that you need to think about, to feel about the things that you need to feel about, to speak about the things that you need to speak about, and to do the things you need to do about. Okay, that's my calling. That's my gift. And if anything today resonated for you or with you, I would appreciate it if you would leave a comment, ask some questions, give me a thumbs up so that we can get this information out to more people, because the more interaction or engagement the video gets, the more it'll show up for other people who are on YouTube who need to hear this as well. So your support in helping that happen is also part of your karmic choices this year. So I hope that you have found something worth sharing. Okay. You also, again, can share this with folks. So if you want to reach me, you can contact me at yourempowermentplace.com. And my email address is awaken. I'll put that up again. Awaken at yourempowermentplace.com. Let's see. Is it going to come up again? There we go. Awaken at yourempowermentplace.com. So I'm going to play this cool YouTube thing that's going to hopefully inspire you to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, share, all that good stuff. And I will see you next week. Let's see. I don't see it. Do you see it? I don't see it. All right. Ooh. Maybe not. All right. Well, we'll try that next time and see if it happens or not. I've got a new toy here and I'm learning to play with it. Okay. All right. What I'm hearing is one more thing. They want me to draw some cards. So I'm going to clear off a space here in front of me. And let me get my rolling cart of cards. The magic rolling cart of cards. Okay. And let's see. Our first card is going to come from the Keepers of Light deck. All right. And let's see. So let me make some space here. All right. So let's see. What we need to know here. What do we need to know this week? Okay, Spirit, what support are you giving us with these cards this week? All right, here's the first card. Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Can you see that? Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Okay? Let me see if I can zoom that in. Sorry for the mess on my desk. I wasn't expecting to be doing this right now. So give me just a minute to see if I can zoom it in. And so you can see it better. Okay? All right. Hopefully that's better. Okay? And move this. All right. All right. Experiencing grace. Experiencing grace. Boy, do we need grace. Oh, this one jumped out. Horus, the cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Okay? So understand that as we are giving ourselves grace around the choices that we're making right now, around all that we're doing to be and do and have, all that we came here to be and do and have, and choosing, am I on the side of light or am I on the side of darkness? Okay, where am I and what am I willing to participate in and perpetuate? Hold on, I'm going to move this over here. In knowing this, what what else can I do but offer myself grace and offer grace to the people around me that are having to make the same choices, that are going to be uncomfortable, that may be at a different vibrational state, right? Maybe they're fourth dimensional souls and they don't know that you're not attacking them. They don't know that. They just feel like you're attacking them instead of what they think or believe, okay? And the cosmic gateway is really connected to this karma that we're creating right now. These choices that we are making, these thoughts that we are having because they are magnetic and powerful. And miraculous changes are occurring for us and for others because we are directly in relationship to choice. Okay? And so let's see if there's at least one more card here. Feels like there is. Okay. And it is Kuan Yin. Okay. And it says, care and compassion. Choose to be loved. Do what's right for everyone involved and offer a helping hand. And remember, compassion also requires boundaries and parameters. Okay. Calling people out on their bullshit is one of the highest forms of love that you can give another person, because allowing people to be deceived is harming them. Know that. Know that. When you are a person who is an enabler, you're part of the problem. You are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. Okay. And I know this because I had an alcoholic ex-husband, and for a period of time, I was an enabler because I didn't know how to do anything else. And I thought I was loving him, and I wasn't. I was enabling him and making it worse. Until I learned that and learned how to step out of being an enabler, it just continued to hurt everybody. Okay, so once I interrupted that pattern, it stopped. Okay, we're going to get one more card. So what is this last thing that we need to know for the week? As we are moving into grace for ourselves and others, as we're making these powerful, life-changing choices to align with the evolution to 5D and unity consciousness, or choosing not to and being in full awareness of that. And we're offering care and compassion to ourselves and others as we are making those choices, and creating boundaries and limitations, and understanding it's okay to unfriend people. It's okay. You don't have to. This is not the year to tolerate everybody. It's not. It is choice year. Choose what you want to have in your experience. Okay? Choose. So I'm probably the only light worker who's going to tell you that. That's okay. It's mine to say. So I don't mind being the only one to say it. I don't mind, because it's the right thing. I am divine truth and divine self-expression, so that's what I do. All right, we've got one more. Let me concentrate for a minute. What's the last thing that we need to hear for this week? To support us in our goals, to choose wisely. It's this one. Okay. Valerian, divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. And your light can support others. So with everything that's happened this week, if you've had some challenges, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, it's okay. A lot of us have. And you need to take time and go into your peaceful place, find your joy, find your integrity, and really start allowing yourself to heal. Because as we are giving ourselves grace and we're allowing ourselves to be changed and we're offering ourselves compassion, we are healing. And that's what it's all about. We're doing it for ourselves. We're doing it for our families. We're doing it for our communities, our governments, our societies, our cultures, our religions, and our planet, and the entire human race. Because we're all doing this together. Okay? We're not going... This evolution of 5D is not philosophical. It's an actual thing that's occurring. And in this actual thing that's occurring, what we're doing is bringing ourselves into a place of grace, of transformation, of compassion with boundaries, and healing. And so I'm so grateful for you. Again, if you find anything useful, please comment, like, and share so that other people can get this message, so that other people know that they are supported this year during this time of transition. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be helping everyone understand different nuances of being more integrous in what we're doing and how we're doing it. Okay? So I love you. I appreciate you. And I am hoping that you have the kind of week that's going to end up with you. And when I say week, I mean between now and next Friday, because I'll be back here next Friday. That's going to end up with something in you and your thoughts, your emotions, your words, or your actions, or your physical body, or your spiritual body being healed. So I love you very, very much, and I will see you next week.